Good evening, kids. I know it's been a couple of days since my last upload, and it's oh my god, I've got like this Ariel from Disney thing going on over here. Okay, so I know it's been a couple days since my last upload. I've had a lot of stuff going on. Parents around the country, you all understand this. It's the last week before the end of school. Maybe not for you guys, but it is for us. And you all know how that last week before the end of the school year is. It is absolutely insane. There's outings, and there's field trips, and there's last minute end of the year school parties, and blah. And of course, the kids never tell you anything until the morning of, and then you have to scramble around for a water bottle and, a baseball cap and sunscreen and a towel and, reach into the purse for some money because they're heading off on a little trek, and it's like, why didn't you tell me this earlier? So anyways, I was apprised of some information about a week ago from a fan, and she doesn't put their name at the end of their email to me. Their email address is Got Ethics. So Got Ethics, thank you very much for apprising me of this information. But on top of taking the information that I was emailed, I did some independent research of my own. And I discovered some very interesting stuff about Mike O'Kelly. And oh my God, this guy is a shyster on every fucking level of that word. I mean, it's just, how in the fuck he's been able to get away with the bullshit that he's been getting away with for years, I'll never fucking know. It makes absolutely no sense here, kids. None whatsoever. Okay, so the most recent one is there's a video, and I'll throw a link down below in the description. It starts at about the 3-minute mark. It's really only like 1 minute of this video, like 1.25 minutes of this video that has to do with Mike O'Kelly, and he's testifying, or he was hired by the defense in this case to do his cell phone bullshit. And the judge is calling into question his curriculum vitae, as well as, basically saying, no, I'm not paying him $15,000, which isn't even the price he originally fucking asked. So, let's see. Okay, so I've got an article here about that specific case. So I'll leave the link for this article as well as the video down in the description for you. It says here, a cell phone expert who appeared in Netflix's documentary series Making a Murderer is taking a $10,000 payment offered to him for his defense work in a high-profile murder case in Macomb County. Mike O'Kelly on Sunday sent a text to attorney Azar Sheikh, who represented James Vancallis in the 2014 beating and stomping death of April Millsap, stating that he would take Sheikh's advice and accept the payment offered by the court. Aw, aren't you just a humanitarian? Only taking $10,000 for nothing. O'Kelly initially billed the county and thus taxpayers $37,719 for his expert work, which was $9,000 more than what Vancallis' court-appointed attorney was paid. In his bill, O'Kelly said he would take the previously court-approved $15,000 fee if he was paid within 15 days of March 3rd. Are you insane, O'Kelly? You don't tell the court terms. You don't negotiate with the court on a fucking fee. Are you nuts? Well, clearly. O'Kelly didn't testify. Instead, he sat in court during testimony and assisted Sheikh with questions throughout the weeks-long trial. The fuck? Now, see, kids, here's the thing. Mike O'Kelly's resume and his website and all of his other bullshit bills him as a cell phone expert, which, I'm sorry, but I don't see how he could be an expert in anything maybe blue ribbons? But Jockstrap Mike is not an expert in anything, in my, estimation. I mean, I've looked through his curriculum vitae. Here's the thing. The judge even stated that his curriculum vitae is 30 pages long. Are you fucking shitting me? There are Supreme Court judges that don't have a fucking curriculum vitae that long. Oh my God. Padding the resume much, Mike? Ugh. Shake said that Judge Mary Cherzanowski was well within her rights to not pay O'Kelly if he didn't show up for today's hearing, a hearing that was moved from 2 weeks ago after O'Kelly didn't appear, and the judge wanted to give him more time to come to court. She previously said she was not going to have county taxpayers pay O'Kelly for work that he was not doing. In November, the judge approved a $15,000 flat fee for Shake's cell phone expert for the defense of the St. Clair County man charged in the 14-year-old girl's death as she walked her dog. O'Kelly was in Nebraska and reduced his fee for this case. Aww. A fee was established by the court after information was presented that O'Kelly had charged more than $100,000 in an unrelated out-of-state case. $100,000? For what? O'Kelly billed for nearly 265 hours of work, including Saturdays and Sundays, and including one trip to Armada. Shake has said a lot of work in the bill was unauthorized. You fucking slimy pig! O'Kelly, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, now kids, here's the thing that you need to understand about Mr. O'Kelly. Mr. O'Kelly, this is a pattern with him. I found information on at least 2 other cases where he billed outrageous amounts of money, and then the court never used his testimony, and he never really produced any actual product of any kind. And yet, not only did he bill the court or the attorneys, whatever, but he was paid. Huh? Now get this shit, guys. Okay, so this goes back to January of 2013. A visiting judge ruled Tuesday that a defense expert does not have to return any of the $102,000 paid to him through the county for his service in the capital murder trial of Ricky Cummings. Mike O'Kelly, known as Cell Tower Mike, was ordered by 19th State District Court Judge Ralph Struther to attend a show cause hearing to justify why he should not reimburse all or part of the $102,994 that O'Kelly was paid to analyze cell phone and cell tower data in the case. His findings, if any, were never used as evidence, and O'Kelly was never called to testify. The expenses were approved by Struther, who, get this kids, later recused himself from the fucking hearing. The judge himself recused himself from this hearing. Anybody else find that suspicious? Somebody take a look at that judge's bank records. I'm pretty sure he was in on the take. Meanwhile, Russell Hunt Sr., who was part of Cummings' original defense team, described the show cause hearing and attempt to recoup the payment as interesting. I've never seen one of these hearings before, and I don't know anyone who has. Well, probably because you hired a piece of shit expert. O'Kelly was hired by Cummings' court-appointed attorneys because it was thought his research could play a critical role in Cummings' trial. O'Kelly billed the county at a rate of $245 an hour for 341 hours, plus meals, mileage, and hotel bills. Are you fucking shitting me, O'Kelly? You couldn't pay that shit out of the $345 that they were, or I'm sorry, $245 that they were already fucking paying you? Ugh, God, you are such a slimeball. This from a man whose fucking business headquarter offices are in a fucking storage unit. Yeah, that's where his business address leads to, kids. It leads to a fucking storage unit, a storage locker. Hunt described the total amount as substantially more than the defense team and judge thought. You think? Hunt declined comment when asked whether he would hire O'Kelly if he could do it all over again. Struther also declined comment on the case on Tuesday. Struther, who at one point said he felt the county has been shafted and that he would look much closer at anything like this in the future. Okay, kids, so basically we've established that O'Kelly is a piece of shit. He's testified in several fucking cases since the Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey case. And here's the thing, though, kids. In every case, this is just a sampling of what I've dug up on O'Kelly. I could go on for hours on this son of a bitch, but frankly, I don't feel like it. In every case that Mike O'Kelly has worked on, he has always only ever been a cell phone expert. He has only ever billed as a cell phone expert. But in the Brendan Dassey case, he was billed as a private investigator. He doesn't even hold any credentials that would even slightly put him into that category. He has no weapons training, none certified that I was able to dig up. He has no formal classes, MPI, none whatsoever. He has no state licenses as a PI, and yet he testified as a private investigator in the Brendan Dassey case. They showed him as a cell phone expert, but he was questioned like a private investigator in that case. I've never seen anything like it. And that is the only case that I have been able to find where that was what happened. So what the fuck is up with Mike O'Kelly? And what in the ever-loving shit is up with that testimony along with that fucking confession that he tortured out of Brendan Dassey not being thrown out of court even now? It's still being considered in his current case. So what the fuck is going on here, kids? Anywho, so the video that I'm going to put a link to down below. If you notice, O'Kelly's sitting at the fucking lawyer's table like he's a goddamn lawyer. The fuck? I have never seen a expert witness being allowed to sit in the courtroom at any point during the trial, either before or after their scheduled testimony. And even if their testimony was not used, they have no business being in that courtroom if they're not going to be a part of the case. It makes no sense, kids. What the fuck is he billing people for if his work, if his findings are not even being used and he's not even testifying? Oh, dear God in heaven. I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen an expert being paid so much by the court and their shit not even being used at court. Now, I've seen some experts do some research, do some work on the case, and then, one or the other side, whichever side hired them, is like, we don't really need you, or the shit that you found out could hurt us, so we're not going to use you. Here's a little going away gift here. We're going to pay you for what work you've already done. No, not only does he get paid for the work that he's already done, he gets paid substantially more than what could be possibly justifiable. What in the shit is this? So I'm going to leave that link to that video down below. You've gotta hear this shit, but turn it really high up because the audio in that one minute segment, 1 minute, 12-second segment is really, really low. You have to kind of strain to hear. So turn your volume all the way up so you can hear it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter, Mama Phoenix 6. Follow me here on YouTube. And find me on Facebook at Mama Phoenix. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you soon.